Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. I'm going to keep it simple, okay? Won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But... Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. The cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to come and prepare ahead of time. Hehehe. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. Wait, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. The more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. Least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Woo! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. I'm going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to be able to do it in front of in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply the emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applause. Applaud? Whatever. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Ah, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. You ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ooh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? Yuri gets past the first couple of lines. Her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and a confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation, and first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. We were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ah ha ha. Sorry I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins reciting her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. Hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Rin liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. So now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Rin. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Rin lower everyone's standards a little before I go. Natsuki, it's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. Stand up in front of this and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Huh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Oh. Easy for you to say. You better not be making me do that again. Oh well. You at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be easier. Would be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I would think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in this case, you won't have that much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. It's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting this all in I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. There we go. It makes me really happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. Now the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always coming home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Ren. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's get going already. Walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's say that one day, Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Sure. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I think I'd be afraid of what she would do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Ha, you admitted it. Jeez. Not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorry. Can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling a little awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. If there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time. Alright, writing again. Give me 1 second. Alright. There's a lot of words that are for Natsuki in this one. I know that this one was... A lot of these are. Let's go with bubbles. Clouds. Sparkle. Vanilla. Pink. Milk. Candy. I wonder if the specific words mean anything. Cheeks. No. Maybe? No. Maybe. No, maybe. This one? Yep. Question, passion, rose, sadness, blanket, treasure, dark, special, vacation. Awesome. Awesome. This one seems the most likely. Shit. I'm actually not sure what this word means. I don't actually know what that word is. Color? No. Twirl. Lollipop. Giggle. Technically this is the same as Doki Doki, but suicide. That's a great subject. Suicide, hopelessness, death, unrequited, alone, unstable. Wow. Wow. Starscape? Okay, that's hurt. Play, embrace, melody, climax, bed. Jumpy? Jumpy. Waterfall, massacre. Horror. Pickle, tears, puppy. Puppy. Hop. Oh man. The last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Hahaha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination. I guess passion. Passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival. Haha. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. Not talking about our part in the festival. It's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. You're saying that you don't like squid? You of all people? Eh? I didn't say that I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? It's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for today, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. Wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry about me. You worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. Yeah, I wouldn't, don't just, like, go like, yeah, you're fine. Obviously she's not fine. Keep fucking talking to her. Find out what the issue is. Well, the issue is that she thinks that she's going to be replaced as your, like, childhood friend type person, but... Well, I mean, that's probably the issue. I don't actually know that that's specifically the issue. But the conversation's already dispersed. Wait, did I read that last part? I don't remember. Worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. Okay. With everyone back at their usual activities, maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. Timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Rin, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little bit strange, but you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? What way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Rin. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. Just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Rin. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, probably shouldn't say much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Rin. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. You should just forget about what I said. Try to talk to her. So, try not to think about it for now. Ah. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said forget about it. But I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from her. Here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. That's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey you. I look up to see Natsuki next to me. You're just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... Ah, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried, I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute. We can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles the last part. No, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. She didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, it's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of it from that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Ah. Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Geez, if you're fine, let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. I'm fumbling my words. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayori. Still gonna share it with Natsuki first, because that's just, you know. Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today, of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. Seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting it before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be good at writing? That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Ha 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 ha. Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? Eh. What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right? Took me a while to figure it out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. She acts like she's the best, and other people might think that way too. Right? Ren? Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid. The reason I never shared my poems before this, Natsuki, because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, that's so cute, just like you, Natsuki. Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. Style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not careful, you rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. Place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it. Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem from me, from the desk. It's not any good. I know you hate my poems, so you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it, but I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think that your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well. Sometimes she's focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. I guess it's never really I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. There we go. I'm sorry if I was part of the problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Ah, Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki closes her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. We realized how difficult this was for her. Finally, she forces herself to extend her arms and set the poem on the table. You can read it. I just turned that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Oh. This is probably about the main character, isn't it? Because you, tomorrow will be brighter with me around. But when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward, because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout. My truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart, but what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you, because you, because you. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. Or, I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that. Baka. What do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. Sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well, and I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just remember that I can think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's meaningful. Ah, I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, so Natsuki takes my hands and pushes them back away. Her small, soft hands surprise me with their assertion. I don't want it. Why not? I just don't. Jeez. Realize what Natsuki is doing. I'm able to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would... Never mind. I'm just glad that you won. Okay. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so go put it away before someone else sees it, okay? Ah, yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem.